Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This is going to be for Paddington, the 2014 movie. And yeah, this movie stars Tim Dowie, Madeline Worrell, Lodi Steer, Jeffrey Palmer, Theresa Watson, Imelda Staunton, Michael Gambon, Ben Whishaw, Hugh Boneville, Sadie Hawkins, Madeline Harris, and Samuel Jocelyn. Um, So yeah, Paddington, the 2014 movie, 2014-2015 movie. It's in some places it says 2014, and other places it says 2015. So I'm kind of confused on that. But aside from the point, I'm gonna be reviewing it. So yeah, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and then come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch this movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that never gave you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. So yeah, Paddington. What did I think of it? As usual, quick synopsis, and I can just and then narrate. So basically, you have Paddington, who is this bear from Peru, and basically, his uncle and aunt, they met up with an explorer back then in their past, who was from London. And after an earthquake happened in his home in Peru, he goes to London to try to find the explorer and see if he can find a home. And while he's in London, he finds the Browns family, and he basically, in a sense, is adopted by the Browns family. At the same time, you have this lady who is trying to kidnap him, and basically make him into taxidermy or whatever. Or I don't know the proper term, but she's a taxidermist and she's trying to stuff him. So yeah, because he's a rare species. And yeah, I honestly didn't know what to expect from this film. For me, I was thinking like Ted, only more family friendly. That's exactly what I was thinking, and well, I was basically right. It was basically a family friendly Ted. In a sense, I mean, you have a talking teddy bear, and he gets himself into trouble. And yeah, you have the antagonist who wants him for their own selfish purposes. So I mean, it is in a sense very much like Ted, which I'm actually thinking of doing a Ted versus Paddington review, versus matchup. Sorry, so yeah, that'd be interesting. But yeah, back on this movie. So I mean, overall, it was a pretty good children's movie in my opinion. I mean, that's really all that it is. It is a very just children's movie. I mean, the acting and the writing, they're pretty good. They're pretty good for what they're better than I thought. Because this being a children's movie, I thought they were gonna put a lot of fart jokes, a lot of poop jokes, and a bunch of stuff like that. And they had some, but not a lot. The acting I thought was gonna be very foamed in or very fake, and actually was actually pretty good. And it did surprise me in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's actually a pretty good movie. It was a pretty good children's movie. I mean, there's just one thing that really bothers me about this movie, and it's just something very logical. It's just very logical, and I understand it's it's probably just movie logic. So I shouldn't even think about it, but it's, bullshit movie logic. But it's just something that I can't get over, and that is that when Paddington is in London, regardless where he is, he's a talking teddy bear, right? He's a talking teddy bear who came out of out of nowhere basically to everybody else, and he's asking people, do you have a home I could sleep in or whatever? Can I sleep at your place or whatever? He's asking people these questions. He's interrogating people or whatever. Asking them, or he's trying to help them in some way or whatever. Like, in no way does anybody realize something wrong with a talking teddy bear roaming the streets of London. I mean, seriously, does nobody understand that? Okay, I just went all British on you. Yeah, so that's the one logic I can't really comprehend. I mean, they kind of did, they did mention it at times. The Browns family did mention it. Saying, isn't it a little bit weird? The antagonist did mention it. Isn't it a little bit weird? And neighbor, the neighbor of the main family, the neighbor of the main family, also did question it. There were a few people who questioned it, but maybe like 10 people in total, like Just the main cast questioned it, and aside from that, nobody else, none of the extras, nobody else really questioned it. I mean, in real life, if you saw a talking teddy bear out on the streets, not like an, not like an electronic teddy bear, that you find at a toy store, like one that's actually eating, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, because that's basically what he eats. He eats marmalade basically. So that's eating marmalade, who's breaking toilets, who's stuffing toothbrushes up his ass, literally, actually no, up his ear, but you know what I mean. Who's doing all these ridiculous things. Nobody questions whatsoever. That's the one bullshit logic I cannot get over in this movie. I know it's a kids movie and I shouldn't be thinking of it, but it's just one thing I can't get over. Sorry. I mean, yeah, I just can't get over that fact. But for a children's movie, it's still a pretty good movie. Yeah. For a children's movie, this is a pretty good movie. If you have children, do take them out to watch this one. I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty good movie. It's about an hour and a half long. So, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty fun movie. It's pretty cute. So yeah, I mean, the acting's actually pretty good. The writing's actually pretty good. And the plot is actually pretty good. Just that one bullshit logic is the one thing I can't get over. Like, I mean, for real, how many talking teddy bears do you see in real life? Like in a subway and then down in the streets catching criminals, whatever. I mean, then again, we saw Ted, but whatever. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good movie. I mean, there are a few fart jokes in there, I'm throwing in, but that's more for the children. So yeah, I mean, there are a few things that you probably will get bored or feel tired of, but you have to remember it is a children's movie. So yeah, I mean, that's really the main focus. It's more for a children targeted audience. If you want to see a talking teddy bear that's more adult geared, just watch Ted or Ted 2, which comes out this year. So yeah, aside from that, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Aside from that, like the videos on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.